Thailand's former Prime Minister, Thaksin Shinawat, has been jailed on corruption-related charges. That's after returning to Thailand from 15 years of self-imposed exile. Thaksin was convicted in absentia over several cases that he says were politically motivated. His 8-year jail term could well be shortened if he receives a royal pardon. Now, Thaksin's return comes as the current leader of the party that he founded is poised to become Thailand's new Prime Minister.
Touching down in Thailand for the first time in 15 years. Thaksin Shinawat arrived home to rapturous applause. Immediately pausing to pay his respects to Thailand's royal family, the former Prime Minister and billionaire also acknowledged huge crowds of his supporters.
I feel fulfilled that I travelled here today to see him arrive. If possible, I want to hug him. Everyone here is crying.
We've waited for him to return to Thailand. There's the feeling that we got someone we love back home.
But Thaksin did not stay long. He was quickly whisked away to the Supreme Court, where he was sentenced to 8 years in jail for convictions passed in his absence. Charges he maintains are politically motivated. Thaksin was ousted in a military coup in 2006, but backing among his so-called red shirt supporters remains strong. Made up of poorer voters from Thailand's north, they admire his policies on cheap healthcare and the minimum wage. But those opposing Thaksin, the yellow shirts, often representing monarchists or city elites, saw his rule as corrupt. After sentencing, Thaksin was taken to a Bangkok jail, but it may be a brief stay. Many believe the timing of his return hints he has struck a deal, as Thaksin's former political party is on the verge of forming a government, helping pave the way for the homecoming of one of Thailand's most influential and controversial politicians.
I want to bring in now our Asia-Pacific Bureau Chief, Georg Mattis, who's following this story for us from Jakarta. Hi, Georg. Now, Thaksin Shinawat has loomed large over Thailand's politics for decades, hasn't he? Can you tell us a bit more about who he is?
Absolutely, without doubt, one, if not the political heavyweight of modern Thai politics. That is Thaksin Shinawat, who was ousted in a military coup in 2006. Later, his sister was ousted. His daughter, Paetongtarn Shinawat, has been running as a prime ministerial candidate in this May's general election. So he really stems from a political dynasty that has been running Thai politics and who has now taken the opportunity to return to Thailand. He is loved by the rural poor. He introduced a minimum wage and general health care, and he's despised by the old money elite in Bangkok.
All right, so what about the timing of all of this? As you say, he's been in exile for 15 years. Why has he chosen to return to Thailand now?
I think, frankly, there's two aspects we need to bear in mind here. One is he's 74. He's been in exile for 15 years. And has 7 grandchildren, so he has a very high personal motivation to finally return to his home country, see his family, rejoin with his family. And then the other one is the political constellation now, and that is with the Pure Thai party in power now, with a Pure Thai prime minister in a ruling coalition in the seat of power. It's the almost ideal situation to return back to Thailand.
As you say, I mean, the Thai parliament has literally just voted to install this new prime minister from Thaksin's party. I mean, what do you think that might mean for Thaksin himself?
Well, there is one interesting aspect here, and that is that the Pure Thai party, the second largest opposition party, had to strike a deal with political opponents from the past. The two pro-military parties are in that ruling coalition, and there is the suspicion or the rumor that a deal behind the scenes has been struck to allow those pro-military, pro-royalist parties some influence in the new government in return for a royal pardon to the 8-year sentence that Thaksin Shinawat Shinawat is now facing. That the Pure Thai Party has refuted and has said there's nothing to it. And in fact, the new Prime Minister has made clear that what he has done is a tough deal with political opponents, but a necessary deal to break a deadlock that has kept the country and the economy of one of the top 3 economies in Southeast Asia at a standstill, basically. And so that is now resolved since the May general election.
Georg Mattes, DW's Asia Pacific Bureau Chief, thank you so much for that.